Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, this is your monthly read for June. I have already done the June, July, and August, and they're already up on the channel. So if you want to check that out, please do. But we're just going to dive deeper into the month of June. So we're going to start with an overall energy here and then go deeper and deeper. And then before we start, I just also want to say that I do still offer personal readings. I don't know for how long I'm going to offer them, but as for right now, I'm offering them. Please go check in the description box and send me a message if you're interested in one. Okay, Gemini, for the month of June of 2023, what is going on? Decision, some sort of decision making, and what else for Gemini, please? The Empress, wow. The Empress. And one more card is what we're waiting on. And then we're going to dive deeper. And we have Six of Gabriel. And we're going to tell you about them in a sec. We're going to first, I'll just talk a little bit. I don't know, with this decision card, I just feel like there's a lot of activity, like there's just so much activity going on in your life, Gemini. For whatever reason, that can be the fact that your schedule is really full, the fact that you have I mean, this is typical Gemini anyway, and I know I'm completely generalizing now, but you can have like a mind that is just going full on crazy. Like it's just so much in your mind all the time. You need to figure things out in your mind. That's the Gemini sign, if you will. But I just feel like there's a lot of things going on. So this decision making is about like what to follow and what to cut out. I guess another way of saying this is like learn to say no. When do you say yes and when do you say no? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit itchy. Can we dive deeper here into the decision? And we're going to clarify this with the heart. We're going to back it up with the heart and see what's going on there on the deeper level. So decision making for Gemini here with confront. Okay, we're going to confront this. Anything else around the decision there, please, for the month of June? And seek, which is also the meditation. Number 9, 18 and 9. So I just feel like there's a situation here that you need to, if there's a lot of things going on and if there's a lot of events or situations or people that just want to meet you, like people just want to a part of Gemini at this time in your life, at this stage in your life, to learn when to say no and learn to when to say yes. And this can be a little bit overwhelming. And there's something about like the reason why you're not saying no is because of, yeah, it can be fear of missing out. You know that expression, right? Fear of missing out. Like if you say no to something, it's going to be so much fun there. And then you're going to miss the whole point or the whole party or the whole, like, you're going to hear about it afterwards. It's like, why didn't I go? But the feeling here is also that if you decide to say no to certain things, or if you decide to say yes to certain things, both of them equally important, is due to lack of confidence or due to lack of worthiness. However that fits in there for you, there's something that we need to confront within yourself. Like something needs to come up to the surface. There's like, it's okay to say no, Gemini, and it's also okay to say yes. It's weird because there's a fear in each direction, and the decision making is about like, okay, so can I say no and actually things are going to take place and you're going to sort of quote unquote miss out on certain things, and yet you're okay? Is that going to make you okay? Is that going to make, when others are saying like Gemini isn't showing up or Gemini isn't coming to this, is that going to be okay? Together with the Seek card. So I just find that like overall you probably need a lot of meditation for the entire month of June. And I would say like I would just make it a daily practice every single day for the rest of your life, not to just like right now it's a good thing to meditate. I just think that meditation is it's the quickest way to balance your energy system in all forms. Like it's just, let me know if you know of any other way that you can bring your body, your spirit, your emotion like into balance quicker than with just normal meditation. And it's completely free. So there's something about confronting yourself, it can be like the inner child, confronting something from your childhood, like you can't say no to this due to something in your childhood, or you can't say, did I say no? Yes. You can't say no to this due to something in your childhood. And going into meditation is going to bring a lot of clarity. Just sit in the meditation and have balance come into your life. And you're going to be quite sure of what it is that you need to, face. Because we need to face the situation here right now that you have avoided for some time, and it's going to really do you so well. Then we have the Empress card, which is really talking about, I mean, that can be like a beginning of something. It can be like a really big success in terms of your company. It can be those things as well. I just feel like with this meeting of yourself, learning when to say no, like having so much on your agenda, when the Empress comes in, it's like learning how to be, how to say this? Learning how to be center stage, right? So Gemini really likes to be center stage in whatever it is that you're doing. Even if it's behind the camera, it's center stage. Does that make sense? Like you're really, like you're, if there's an area, usually Geminis are really good at like being center stage there and knowing what they're doing. I just feel with this Empress card that there's something celebratory around your business, something working out really well for you there. But it's starting with this decision making, and is it okay to say yes or no? Is it okay to, and like learn to just really dive into the connection with yourself rather than filling it up to the brim with things. So that might also be a thing. When you clear out some scheduling, I'm just going to go back here to this for a little bit. I'm not talking about clearing out every single thing that you have in your calendar, but enough things in the morning. Like I talk about this all the time. It feels like, do you leave enough space in the morning to even be surprised at what the universe can bring to you? Or like, are you immediately on your phone, or immediately like you're up and running and completely into your life for the day? Or like, do you leave any space for things to show up? And I just feel like right now, the filling it to the brim in the calendar is actually to do with, this is like another way of saying emotional eating. If you're an emotional eater, you know what I'm talking about. Like, instead of dealing with the emotions inside, you just crave more food, or you crave more sugars, or you crave more alcohol, whatever this is for you. It's like, let's just put the lid on and work myself to death, and I won't notice what was going on underneath. But that's not a way to live. So it's asking you to really like step into this place of meeting the versions of yourself, finding realization and answers through meditation. But also the Empress, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. There's something, it's a little bit, and it doesn't really matter if you're a woman or a man, but it's like a motherly, I guess if you're a man, you can't have a motherly feeling, but like, it's just, I'm turning the energy to the ethers, so it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. This is a feeling of being able to really care for others, care for your children, care for, like the Empress is such a loving, warm, caring energy. And I feel like you've lost track a little bit. Like this is what you're looking for to come back into, if that makes sense. Like you're just really longing for the Empress within you. and wants her to really come out again so that you feel more balanced, more in charge, more like in the leader position. Can you clarify the Empress here, please? You're doing. Okay. Gemini, clarifying the Empress. Challenging times. When they actually don't have to be. The Empress. Okay, I feel what this is about. Okay, so holding like a, what is that called? Shield. I mean, it might even feel like a shield, but let's just keep to the shield feeling. Holding a shield in front of your heart, or like being in constant like protective mode, if that makes sense. The healing of the heart, the protection of the heart, and all of that. Like it's asking you to step out of that comfort zone. It's asking you to really step into your own clothing, if that makes sense. Stepping into like, make a decision on what you want, not what people want you to do. And take a stance on something where you, like you've decided to do this, and then there's other people coming. Like it's just a feeling of, okay, you need to just stand, you need to become the Empress. You need to know who you are and moving forward. And with this challenging times, I just feel like there's a shield there, and the moment that you drop that shield, the moment like that you just, you're not interested in keeping it there anymore, this Empress within you is just going to go through the roof. Stability, balance, freedom, like really, really beautiful. And then we have Six of Gabriel, which is congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. So you've done a wonderful job. So whatever you've been doing up until this point, whatever like work-wise, educational-wise, even in relationships, I mean, it's a general read, so it doesn't matter really, but like overall, you've done a wonderful job, and it's time to not get too comfortable. Let me just sit with this for a bit. I just feel a strong, it's almost like a side note. It's almost like a side note, and it's like I can almost like go off into the, I can almost get lost in this energy, like just really like float away in this energy. I'm not doing a good way of conveying what this is. And this might just be for like one or two people, because there's a situation here. Okay, there's a lot of things going on for Gemini in the month of June. So many things. And that's not, you know who you are, Gemini, and that's not really not normal for you. You always have a lot of things going on. And even if you ask Gemini, like, are you up to a lot of things? Gemini usually says, no, not that much. And as they start to count, oh, it is a lot, But this time, this month, maybe even leading up to the month of June, and knowing what's coming after June, like maybe July and August even Gemini will say, there's a lot of things right now. Like there's a lot of things on my plate. Like I said, whether that is a full calendar or that's like a lot of activity in your mind, you're being asked to just really put your foot, like it's almost like you fill the calendar in order to have the, I'm going to compare this to, sometimes you just meet people to have the right to break up with them. Have you ever been in a relationship like that? And it's not to toss people away in any shape or form. It's not like we don't respect them in some regards, It's just the fact that they're coming into our lives so that you can actually have the right to say what you want. And this relationship is not what you wanted. I'm comparing this to this. It's like there's so many things on your agenda. There's so many things in your mind going on. You have the right to say no to certain things, make decisions about them. And it's challenging your worth and your fear of missing out. It's challenging your worth for sure. It wants to move you into the Empress. It wants to have you become the Empress in this process. Like, there's so many things in your life right now, but it's not so many things just because there are just going to be so many things. There's so many things there because it's pressuring not pressuring, but it's like pointing out the fact that you need more to become the Empress than anything else. Like, to just step into that balance, into that integrity, into that. The Empress knows what she wants and how to get it, really. Like a strong worthiness and a strong confidence there. And then we need to drop the guard around it. Like, you just need to drop the shield around yourself, around this Empress, or the shield around yourself, so that you can become the Empress. And then as you move into, like, you've done a wonderful job moving forward, but there's an energy here that I'm like, I can sit in this energy forever. There's something about, I don't think it's escapism, I think it's called. I don't think it's escapism. I don't think it's a little bit of workaholism, or maybe overeating. Maybe I didn't just throw that out there. Maybe there is a little bit of an overeating situation going on in your life. Like, you're trying to dim your feelings a little bit. There's a side note. Okay, can I just have some clarification on this energy that I'm feeling? And in a way so that I can convey it. What is the energy here that I'm feeling? Okay. We have obstacles and challenges, which is challenging times. So it's another number 5. So when I'm asking about the Six of Gabriel, so the Six of Gabriel is all about, like, congratulations, you did it, like, you're on such a beautiful path, time for the next thing, like, you're just on to the next and on to the next, like, this is going to work out really well. But there's an energy here that is probably, like, standing a little bit in the way of you to make these decisions, to say no when there should be a no, and say yes when there should be a yes. Because it's like a situation of you just need to be a part of everything. You just need to be a part of everything, and you need to, like, have a finger in any games, any situation that's going on. Like, you want to be a part of that. And there's something about going into solitude, or going into, I'm not talking about you being alone or, like, feeling lonely, but going into solitude and into meditation, where you actually get some real answers for yourself right now. It's like, on the surface, good job, like, you did it, like, you're awesome, you did it. But underneath it all, Gemini, there's a little bit of a struggle. I don't even think that people see this. And specifically not for Gemini. Like, if we saw this in Scorpio, I'm sorry, Scorpio, but if we saw this in Scorpio, they would be like, well, yeah, I'm a little bit deep, and can be a little bit moody sometimes, and I can be a little bit, but, you know, this is Gemini, happy-go-lucky Gemini, that underneath the surface feels like there's a hurdle to get over. There's a bridge to cross, and it's not easy. And so you're covering it up with more things to do, more places to be, more things to be involved in, more things to say yes to, definitely more things to not say no to. Maybe emotionally eating, maybe, you know, whatever, not challenges, but like addictions, whatever addictions coming into your life is there. It's almost there as a cover-up, or as a shield for what really truly is going on in your emotions, Gemini. So can we clarify this Six of Gabriel? On the surface, everything looks good. That really flew away there. Trust. Okay. So trusting the unknown, and we have come full circle there. It's a 0, so it's talking about how you have come full circle in a situation. I just feel like right here, the decision making, say no to things you should say no to, starting to say yes to yourself, have more meditation space, more time in your day overall to just be and sit with the universal forces. This is asking you to take a leap of faith and throw yourself out there. Jump on board on something that you really 100% don't know how that's going to end. There's something like it's a challenging situation for you to be able to just throw yourself out there and trust that like some life is going to catch you. Trust that life is there for you. Because here the Six of Gabriel is all about like you did it, congratulations, you're going to move on to the next thing. And the Trust card is all about like, yeah, they can. Like you just really take a leap of faith and throw yourself out there and really be a part of what life wants to show you, and understand that even if you're saying no, you're still worthy. And vice versa, if you're not, which doesn't feel like you at all, but I guess, you know, there could be those people as well. If you're not saying yes to anything, you just continuously say no because you're in this quite like very boxed in situation. So it's a little bit scary to step outside of the box and change the reality that you're in. It's asking you to take a leap of faith. It's asking you to trust that the universe carries you. I don't know if this was a clear message here for the month of June. I just like an overall feeling here is that they want you to really come into Empress mode. Use meditation to get there. Use the balance in your life to get there. And then moving along, jumping on board with certain like people, projects, whatever, and not have this be in the way. This needs to change. And if it's this reading, you know what this is about. Okay? Just want just a final message here, please, to wrap it up. Final message for Gemini. Wow. So we have 1 and 9, which talks about endings and then new beginnings. We have also another number 9 on the table. Rest and reconsider. This is the meditation card again. Like sit with certain things. You don't have to have a result right away. You don't have to figure it out all at once. We're just stepping into the next level of things. And then we have Love Abounds. This is like what you've been waiting for. This is when you're coming out of a fearful place or a worrisome place where I have to be honest, Gemini, you're not making too much beautiful progress or beautiful decisions from that place. But as you more and more come into your heart, the more and more you sit look at the rays coming out from like the sun behind it. Every day as you sit with this heart and just, you know, sit with it, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier. And almost by accident, it's not an accident, but almost by default, the shield is going to come off. I hope that this is that this was an uplifting, inspirational reading for you. I hope you follow the thread there. It feels like it was a little bit everywhere. Learn to say no, Gemini. It's okay. It really is okay. You're not missing out. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye.